Yay, I'm alive. Always good to know. I always say that. Always good to know I'm still alive. Hello. Once again, I am live. Good to still be live. And we have a whole bunch of people jumping in really right on time. Yay. Wow, I'm impressed. Linda, Annie, Gemini, Chris, Titan. Okay. Doing pretty well so far. I'm scribbling down some last minute thoughts. I had a wonderful day myself. Well, thank you. Yes, I am shimmering because this is actually the shortest day, the longest night. But after this, the days get longer in the northern latitude. Yes, I look a lot more Tartarian now. You know what? I was thinking that. I look a lot more Tartarian, don't I? There's more, too. I even have a dress on that is Tartarian looking. So, yeah. Yep, the days get longer. And also the symbolism, it's good to use symbolism when you're doing magic. The symbolism of the gold is the sun returning, the light getting bigger. And on the black, the dress is black, and it's actually metallic gold threads that are making the gold pattern. So, and I also wore, and here's a little bit of stone mineral. This is amber. Only wear amber when you want things to happen fast. It's got a very energetic quality to it. Amber is not something you want to wear if you're an impulsive person that, you got to be careful what you ask for when you're wearing amber, okay? Just letting you know. People have found this out the hard way. But yeah, this is a real amber necklace. So, but yeah, it will lend extra power to your, and it's kind of an electrical power with amber. And also, I'm wearing it because it comes from the sea, comes from the trees, and it comes from the sea. So it's amber that's been soaking in the ocean for a long time. So it has a special meaning to me. And okay, hey, Olin came in. Tanya, you made it. Thank goodness. Now I don't have to worry so much about you. Drake is in. Yeah, Titan, if you start wearing amber, I'm not sure what had happened there. I'm not sure what that would look like. Oh, well, it's so good to see. And Lucid is here. Hello, sweetheart. Okay, well, I'll see what kind of energy I have going on here, Lucid. What time is that going to be? After this, is it going to be like, but yeah, that, you know, I have, and I can show off bomber shoes. Yes, well, thank you. Um, I found bomber shoes and they're really pretty. They're really sparkly. And I was going to put them over here to show you, and I didn't do it. And I'm going to have to get one of my friends to take me to the post office and find out how much, how this is going to go. Because from last I heard, the post office was like a half an hour wait. I don't think I'm going to be doing that on the bus, not in this snow. So, oh, okay. Okay. Well, I've got this going tonight, and I also need to do a healing for Tanya and also Pam's husband. So we got some healing we need to do. Yeah, her Lucid Curios. Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, well, you can only imagine, considering my taste in wardrobe, you can only imagine what the things that I am uh, going to be selling are going to be like. I don't buy things that are mundane. I just don't bother. Not very much that I ever buy is real mundane. I mean, I have this is an example. I could have got any kind of holder for my cell phone, but what do I pick? A unicorn, right? Yeah, and it's purple. So, yeah, I'm just now, and I think I know why. It's like I just like things that are ornate and fancy. I just okay, love. And Pan of Amber in Texas. Ah, that's what you could give me for Christmas is some amber. Yes, 1995, which was a very fateful year, wasn't it? So many things date back to 1995. Now remember, when you do this list, oh, hold on, before I do anything else, I gotta smoke a spliff. No. Um, no, that's not what I gotta do. Okay. It's sage. Okay, here's the Padarka. Okay, get in a circle and hold hands just to imagine the fire. The fire there in the middle of the circle. You're on the woo ship, don't worry. Ship is big enough and has its own life support. In fact, we have a whole forest around us here. Don't worry about it. Make a nice circle around the fire. Start throwing things in it to take your mind off of them for today, because you don't need them when you're doing ceremony. You need to get rid of anything that's going to be weighing on your mind. Clitoris. Ah! God, Glam Master J. The Tangerine Plague. The unicorns and butterflies. Yeah. Nah, Chris. We need Titan. Now, boys, settle down. Don't go pushing each other into fires. There's plenty of people you could push into a fire, but no, that's not good to say. I shouldn't have said that. That's mean. uh, he's fireproof. Okay, so anyway, please imagine yourselves around this fire and in a circle, and hold hands for a moment while we call in our guides and have the protection circle up, okay? While we call in our backup. And so, Great Mother Father, preside over the divine intelligence, consciousness that flows through all things and is all things. All our guides, all our helpers, all of our positive contributors to our lives and our consciousness, all our relations. We honor you all. The directions, the elements, the fairy kingdom, the star beings, the ones inside the earth, the positive ones. And nature spirits, everybody who's positive. Okay. Come and join our celebration, because we celebrate that the days no longer grow shorter. The days now grow longer. Hey, Drake. Drake came in while I wasn't looking. Hey, Ness. Oh, she's wagging her finger at you. Boy. Oh, here comes other Chris. Okay. CJ can be a bad boy sometimes. But he knows it. Why do you think they call it the naughty corner, Chris? So Drake is here, and Nessie, and let's see, did anybody else? Linda came in. Okay. Yeah, at some point that's going to start, maybe even a little bit before the new year. I'm gathering stuff up to sell, yeah. Now remember, this is really, most of these things have a 3-day orb. So if you don't have everything written down that you want, remember, it's the positive now. It's the stuff you want to bring in. That's what we're writing down. So if you want to scribble down a few things, before we start, I'm trying to pay attention to the chat. Before we start, you want to scribble down a few extra things, go ahead. If you don't get everything in right now, you've still got a little time, because it just happened today at about 1:30 or so. So Eastern. So you've still got plenty of time. You know, it's a 24 to 36 hour window that you have to do this. Usually they count 3 days before and 3 days after, and then of course the day of. So you have at least a 36 hour if you can't do it any other time. But if you keep thinking of things you want, just go right ahead. Because now we're going to be in an upswing, and also the moon is in the upswing right now. You know, it's in the increase. So now this is what we want to increase. So that is the way the pattern is falling. So we want to ride the wave instead of fighting it. And the wave is on the increase. So what do we want to increase? And that's another thing when you use quartz. Quartz magnifies. Okay. I felt great today. You know what, Chris? I believe it. I burned 3 myself. Right. I had that too. That can happen. The stuff, you know, you keep thinking, I need to get rid of it. And no, you don't. You already got rid of that. You got rid of it. Cool. Yay. Yeah. I had to reread. I thought you said kids stuff. Oh, kind of stuff. Okay, so just a couple I'll share. If you have any really good ones, yeah, let's not reenact that fairy tale about throwing kids in the oven. I'm just not into that, okay? No. Denali. Kids are better oven roasted. Old fairy tales. Okay, I've got my fancy schmancy pin in case I think of anything. But one of the things I asked for is radiant, abundant health and boundless energy because of what I've been dealing with. Okay, so Denali is not having a barbecue for the kids tonight. Anyway, but one of my brilliant genius ones was instead of asking for world peas, no, you put peas in a blender and they whirl around. But anyway, instead of asking for world peas, I'm asking for harmony on earth. Now, the reason I'm asking for harmony is not just because I'm a musician and singer, but because harmony is not everybody singing the same note, because that would be boring. If everybody just sings the same note all the time, that's boring. Harmony is much more entertaining. So instead of thinking that everybody's going to be in some homogeneous mass, I'm really thinking it would be more fun to have harmony between all of these different things so that we can produce a really lovely song on this planet. Yes. Like I said, you can keep coming up with stuff and keep throwing it in there. And kindness, I'm going to write that down too. Good one. Right. And okay. Hi, Olin. Okay. Yeah, this is a new list. This is a list of things we want. And we're using fire energy to bring it in now. See, we've already done the outgoing. Now we're doing the incoming, the increase. We're on the upswing, so we're doing the increase. That's how how you catch the magical wave, okay? Is you go whatever, and when it's increasing, it's like, okay, it's going to add energy to this. That's the upswing. That's what we're on now. The light's increasing. So there's going to be an increase. Things are going to get magnified. It's the same way with the phases of the moon. At the new moon, that is like the null point. That's when it's zip. It's neither one way nor the other, which all the way up to the new moon, you're getting rid of. All the way up to the full moon, you're bringing in, you're increasing. So moon with the horns facing west, be at rest. That's things you want to put to rest or get rid of or decrease. Or below ground plants. like potatoes and stuff. It's a time for planting those, or something that, something like that. That's the idea. And in this case, that would also correspond to the Saturn energy. Um, the with the taking in energy, the downward pull, and a yin yang, which would be the female pole, because remember, seeds germinate in darkness, and we all start out in a womb, in a dark womb. So that's the container. And then light, that represented by Jupiter or the sun. Jupiter is considered expansion. So the sun being on the increase, and Jupiter being a planet of abundance and increase. So this is a great time for that. So now here's something that is generally said about another magical piece of information, knowledge, is chaos is not bad. Chaos can be creative. But in order to create anything, it needs boundaries. So bounded chaos is like an engine. So this increase, decrease, increase, decrease, the two opposites. This is an engine. This is like what an engine works on. This is like what your computer works on, off on, 0, 1, 0, 1. That's how things work here. Okay, that's just it. Cool. Good idea, Titan. Okay. So that's another reason. That's another reason today's a very powerful day. So, and let's see. I'm going to ask for free energy. I'm going to intend, not really asking, I'm intending. I guess there's a difference. We're not making a Christmas list for Santa, are we? No, we're intending. So we shouldn't really call it asking. We should say intending. You've heard of Nintendo? Well, a better game is Nintendo. Not innuendo. That's Niss's job. Well, I help. I encourage it. Okay. So we're playing Nintendo. Let's see. Free energy, and how about complete disclosure? And honest, fair, caring, leadership. Sounds pretty good, right? I think that about does it for that moment, for this moment. I may think of more later. Everybody ready? Now, take a look at your list. Oops. And let's see, increased wealth for everybody. How about how about hidden cures come to light? Medical practices that really heal people. Mm. Okay. Oh, hi, Julia. How you doing? Take your time. We've got a little bit of time here. I'm not rushing, are you? I'm just trying to make sure we get it in before, get it done before people have to start going to sleep. Some of them work tomorrow. That's all. Okay, make a list of things that make you happy, and if anybody else wants to do that too. Don't worry, be happy. Oh no, now that song might get stuck in your head. Oh, and sandwich intentions. I have been fasting all day. Oh yes, I should have mentioned that. Um, Fasting for a whole day can also strengthen your intentions. It's another magical practice, fasting. We'll talk about it at some point. So, fasting the whole day. And then, after the ceremony, you eat like nobody's business. That's why I think so many times they would have a ceremony, and then right after they would, almost every ceremony I went to was a potluck. Magical ceremonies, a lot of times there's a potluck after because you're so hungry after you do magic. You can tell you did something, you're so hungry. And then if you've also been fasting all day, you're really hungry. Like I've got a leg of lamb I'm going to cook. First, I'm going to have a steak. Then I'm putting the leg of lamb in the oven and cooking it too. Because I may be even hungrier than just a steak can handle, because it's not a very big steak. So, so definitely, and as I told you before, unfortunately for the vegans, I'm sorry I'm not a vegan. I'm not sorry I am not a vegan. I am sorry if that upsets you. But one of the things they fed to the remote viewers after the remote viewing sessions that the government did this, they found that they got better results when they fed them a big old steak, because there actually is some kind of a thing in beef that we need and that helps. So here's another thing that I was just thinking of. When you look at the Minoan culture, it's an ancient culture. There's a lot in there about cows. They really thought the cows, the bulls, that was very important to them. I almost think they knew this. And I almost wonder if the cow wasn't sacred for that reason, the same reason, well, at least partly for that reason. Well, because the cow has very other benefits too, of course. But yeah, I am wondering because they had a picture of some sort of a mantis-looking being bringing in a mantis head with a woman's body. Go figure that one out. That's one of their piloting a boat, rowing a boat with what looked to be a bull on it. So I'm wondering if that isn't sort of like the Ormus. They knew about that. Hey, MCAT. Yeah. You know what, Annie? I've heard that before. Sometimes they do knock you right out and then you sleep really well. Yeah. I'm not vegan, I'm Italian. Uh, well, you must have extended quite a lot of energy. Remember, use the energy of the universe and not your own as much as possible. Although a lot of us go with it, a lot of us send ourselves along with it. The boar and the goat as well, yes. Okay. Yeah, you dumped a lot of negativity and you just like, now I can rest. Probably had a very good sleep. So I'm thinking ancient people knew some things. We know they did. They knew more than anybody wants us to know that they knew. And yeah, and just like Titan said, if it tries to come back, just say, nope. Just keep telling it, you're gone. You're not allowed. No, you're not allowed here anymore. Or um, one way to say it is, thanks, but no thanks. Thank you for all the lessons, but it's over. It's over. It's not what I prefer. You're allowed to say that. This is not what I prefer. You're allowed to say also, I don't consent to this. I'm not consenting to this. In fact, Tanya and I go way back. We were some of the initial ones with the I Do Not Consent program. You don't have to consent. And if things are against your consent, eventually something has to break because, yes. So basically, that's another thing we're doing with burning the negative things and bringing in the positives. Yes, I do consent to this. I do not consent to that. Okay. Okay. So we've even got MCAT in here. MCAT, did you read the instructions, or do you need any destruction, restruction, instruction, outstruction? Okay. Well, okay. Is when you are ready to go, please type yes when you're ready to do this. And we'll do this one all together. And then, like I said, if you want to do this on your own, you've got a window of opportunity to do this. Because we're both on the upswing of the moon and the upswing of the sun. Very good time to do this. Okay. Okay, it looks like we're mostly ready. So let's get this party started. And I thank everybody who came tonight to add your energy to all of our intentions, because we all strengthen each other. Okay. Okay, here we go. It's a purple lighter. It had to be, right? It had to be either purple or gold, one or the other. Okay, you ready? Everybody. And a 1 and a 2. I'm going to make sure this. Hold it over the bowl. Hold it over the bowl. That's what the bowl is for. I'm even going to blow on it a little to make sure it stays burning as long as possible. I'm thinking one of these days I'm going to get smart and get a pair of tweezers for this purpose. Did we get it all before I had to drop it? Nope. Just a tiny, 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 tiny bit left. It's okay. Now see, if I had a bonfire, it wouldn't be like that, but it would be better if it was a bonfire, but I don't have one in my apartment. I have a feeling the landlord and my neighbors would probably be upset. Wow. Very odd. That's the most times I've ever had to try to burn anything. Well, I guess one of my intentions next time should be a way to have a yard and a bonfire. Okay. Elaine. Let's see. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot something.
Waves and navigating a lot.
You know what I forgot? Cool. I think mine is just the kind of paper, and I don't have a bonfire. It's probably what my problem is. If I had a bonfire, I'm sure it would go right up. Or a little bit bigger fire to work with. That's great. That's absolutely wonderful. Okay. I'm going to do my share screen, and I'm going to do my, there we go. Have we got it? Yes, we do. Yay. I'm so proud of this. Oops, we lost some people. I wonder why, or at least it looks like we did. That's good. And coming to you again. Yes, ma'am. It is I. Okay. Yay! Yes, this is really the start of 2021 in a lot of ways because, things don't happen just bam like that. You kind of gradually slide into the new energy. It, the waves, So, Lysol on the naughty corner. Yeah, 2020. I cannot find fault with this year. There is another tradition where you thank the old year, the old king, as they say. You thank the old king for whatever it is he gave you. And I think we learned a lot this year. And you make peace with it. You make peace with the old dying king. And sometimes they even have a ceremony where somebody plays the dying king. So making your peace with 2020 somehow, no matter how rough it was, the year was, you just make peace with it. Say, thank you for everything you gave me, all the lessons, and I really appreciate that, but now I'm ready to go on to the new year. That is another tradition. And then that's the whole, yes, it's going to make us stronger, I think, in the end, because now we really know a lot of things we didn't know before. I mean, we really know we need each other. We do. Before, we were so distracted. We didn't even have time. There was a line in one of my poems, we don't even have time to live and die. Well, 2020 made that time. And as I've said before, if you're not taking the time out to do certain things, life is going to jerk you up and make you take the time out. Okay. And maybe as a whole society, that's part of why this happened, is because we needed that. It's just like when you get sick, you've been pushing it too hard. You haven't taken enough rest. You haven't taken care of yourself. You need to do that. Okay, it's going to jerk you back and say, now you're going to lay down and take care of you. You're going to take care of yourself. Okay, that's the way that sometimes life does it. And it did it to us all this time. What's really important to you? That's another thing. What's really important is all of the crap, all of the distraction really important? Or is it maybe your loved ones, time with your loved ones? There are people that don't want to go back to the rat race now. Now that they've been out of it, they're looking for a way to stay out of it. But yes, Titan, thank you, 2020, and your lessons. Farewell, old king, and rest well. You were good to me. You were good to me. I have this stream. And I'm well pleased with the way the year went for me personally, although there were many lessons and a lot of turmoil. I understand that sometimes we need this because, yes, we don't get stronger. We can be very lazy. We can be complacent. We need things to shake us up sometimes. Yes, you don't gain strength and knowledge during just easy times. Exactly. So, and a lot of us that have been struggling for years, this is something I've noticed. A lot of us that have been really struggling for years, all of a sudden things are turning around for us. it's not as bad of a struggle. It's weird. It's like things are changing. You just got to look for it. Have faith. Much brighter things are on the horizon. If we push this into the totally positive and the totally most harmonious, we have wonderful things ahead of us. And that's what I'm seeing right now. Yes, there may be some turmoil to come yet. We will not be slapped down again. I don't think so. Yeah, somebody really shook our snow globe hard this year. Oh, yeah. Yeah, shook up the anthill. Yep. Little kid kicked over the anthill. You ever see that one? Where it turns out that they're just, alien anthill, I think. Anyway, yeah, they really shook it hard. That's okay. We're still here, though. Yeah. Yeah, today's your day. This is our day. We're taking it. We're intending it. We're claiming our divine right to it. We are acknowledging our divinity and our sovereignty. And that's another thing I would say, let's bring that in, and I'll just write that down. Freedom for humankind and self-sovereignty. And let's make it really, really true that we don't get fooled again. We won't get fooled again. No. Basically, yeah. This is why we must learn from history, so we don't get fooled again. Because throughout history, this stuff has happened because we have allowed ourselves to be duped. We've allowed ourselves to be fooled. And we really need to, think about it now. I mean, every time we're offered something, there's been all kinds of strings attached to it. So that's another thing I think I'm going to intend coming in, is now the honesty in the offers, is that we have honestly good things coming with no strings. Free energy with no strings would be great. Imagine the kind of life you could have without ever worrying that you're going to freeze or that you're not going to be cool enough or hot enough or whatever, Free energy would just solve so many things. Honest and truly healing medicine would solve so many things. And honest government, honest, caring, and kind, and thoughtful government, that would be another thing that would solve so many things. Yeah, you have a tribe here. That's right. You have a tribe. And like I said before, there is no one person. Tanya and I were talking about this. Both of us have pretty much not given up on the theory that you can have love. That, I keep thinking that maybe someday there will be a man that will come by that I will honestly be able to love and have a relationship. But if it doesn't happen in this life, I know I have somebody waiting for me on the other side. So, I personally feel that I would love to, have someone to go have fun with. But in lieu of that, I'd rather be alone and just with friends and just having fun because I don't need anybody to add to my misery. It's like I can be miserable. If I want to be miserable, I could do that all on my own. So one of the things I'm asking for is, well, let's write it, positive and healthy relationships. More like-minded people. How about if we decide that when we find somebody cool, we bring them in and we grow this channel a little bit. And like I said, I don't care if it's not, I'm already paying for StreamYard, so I don't have to worry about it being, X amount of people. Okay, I don't have to worry about it being 1,000 people. I'm paying for StreamYard. And I'm even looking at other platforms. So let's bring some more people on as we find them. And we may find them anywhere. Just invite them in once you know they're good. But vet them a little bit. And let's make it that kind of a channel. Let's vet them a little bit. Is this the kind of person we really want to be spending our time with? Because when we're spending time here, we really are exchanging energy. So I'd love to grow the channel, but I'd love it to grow organically and naturally and more of a word of mouth thing. And people just be attracted here because this is really their home. So I'm not looking to get, wealthy off of it or although money is good. I'll take any tips anybody can give me, any donations anybody wants to give. I'm very, very happy to have them because they really help a lot. And I'm certainly not closing the door to any of that. But on the other hand, I'm certainly not wanting to, if you have a Patreon or you're going through YouTube or something, then YouTube is getting quite a bit of that. So for my part, I'd rather just do it this way. Right there. That's how you can contribute. It's just through there. And there's no fancy fees. So I like that better. So yeah, it's nice. All these places are nice. I mean, we have a lot of nice places to go, but this should be our haven. And I'm willing to let it be that and not look for it to be, my number one money-making thing, okay? But if it does grow, and that means there's a whole bunch more people like us that we can turn to when times get hard. If they get hard, they might stay pretty good once we really get rolling. That's right. You get to fly the friendly skies of the woo ship. No. Wow, Olin. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky and meet some. Yeah, free remote view. Yeah, I caught that. Yeah, we remote view. Out of body airlines. Yep, the tickets are dirt cheap, I tell you. Why don't we ever say clean cheap? They're clean cheap. They're really zero. All you have to do is come in and be willing to go on these crazy runs we make. We make crazy, crazy ass runs and to places that and we travel time and we travel space. You know, we should do some space traveling next. We should go out into the universe once we get used to it. But it feels funny when you're out in really out in space in another on another planet or something. Boy, does it feel weird. Or if you're not on a planet and you're just hanging in space, boy, does that feel weird. That has happened to me before, where I've gone to look at something and I've ended up like one time somebody was playing the sounds of the planets and they played Neptune and I wasn't quite ready for it and I was just was it Neptune? I think it was Neptune. And it was just like all of a sudden I was sucked into the orbit what I think was Neptune. It was this great big watery looking, I think it was Neptune. I think it was in the somehow looking at Neptune and it felt so weird, man. So we could go to an amberless planet and then you'll feel safe around Titan. Oh, and the stewardess is nice. Oh, that's good. Yeah, thank you. I'm the captain, but we have some quest for knowledge. Yeah, I have to be open-minded. It's the same here. Yeah, same here. Ah, okay, Linda. Well, whatever you can do. You guys are funny. You guys are really funny. And I love I gotta say I love it. Okay, we have people who need help, who need our love and support and healing. And anybody who feels that they have a need, we've done our bringing in positive things. Let's share a little of this joy and this positivity with people who need our support. Of course it is, Olin. And that is the way it goes. And I will tell you something else. Comfrey. Comfrey it will heal things fast. If you can get a hold of comfrey, it will knit bones very quickly. And it's even called bone knit or knit bone. And it will also knit flesh very quickly. So comfrey, major plant healer. I take back the eyebrow I gave you for being out on the. That's great. Yeah, and you can even get comfrey cream that'll help with that too. But you can also make tea or greens out of comfrey if it grows wild around you. And in a lot of places it does grow wild. And it is one of those very, very healing herbs. So I very much recommend it. I've gotten quite a bit of good out of comfrey. So I'm going to ask for the healers and the people who need healing to come forward. Thank you, Pam. Titan, you know what? You're really tempting me to actually do that song. And then I'd have to take it out because I'd probably get in trouble for it. But I know that entire whole song. You're kind of tempting me to do it. That's Kashmir. I'm so glad, Pam. Yes, it is really hardy. It's very hard to kill once you get it started. Yep, I'm going to have to do a version of that, and then I'm going to have to, maybe I could find it on karaoke, and then I'm going to have to um, delete it, but then at least you will have heard it. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of thinking of doing a karaoke night, but I'll have to delete it afterwards so we don't get in trouble on YouTube if we do it on YouTube. And then just have karaoke night and have the fun of it, and then delete it after so we don't get in trouble. Oh, yes, it's also a wonderful fertilizer. Yes, it does. Comfrey is an herb that grows actually in a lot of places. Apparently, it even grows in New Zealand. Probably brought by settlers because it is so healing, sort of like the dandelion and the other stuff that people regard as weeds. Yes. We can have a karaoke night, and then I'll have to delete it, but it'll be fun to have it anyway. Either that or I'll have to move it somewhere else. And I'm looking for good places to move it to, but it's a lot of work. If you know anybody who's really good at editing, I'm pretty good at editing, but it takes a long time. And it's going to take time to move stuff over to a new venue because I have a lot of videos now. You can find it online, I'm sure. You can find it in health food places. You can find the cream online. You can look up what it looks like and go see if you can herb wildcraft it. Or you can even just go, you can get it right off Amazon, comfrey cream, or even the comfrey plant, I think. Now, we have a co-op here that has bulk foods and bulk herbs. You can go down there and get dried comfrey. But it's not good to eat that way, but you could make a tea out of it. Now, it's not the tastiest tea in the world, but it is very healing. And you can make a poultice out of it. It's good for so many things. It's just a really, really, really good. Okay. Now keep your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel. Keep your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel. Okay. So I'm going to do this. We're already together. We already have the healing fire. Everybody who needs help, just say the name of the person. And I know, don't be shy. These people are nice. Right, Epsom salt's another one. Senate just passed the stimulus check. Yay. A love version of cashmere. Maybe, Titan. Maybe a love version of cashmere. Interesting. Senate just passed the stimulus checks. Yeah, that's another good one. Epsom salt. That's also good for plants. Then throw the water on the plants. Oh, yeah. It's always been good. It was always a lot of my relatives always used that for swellings and everything. Live version. Oh, the live. Wow, yeah, I've seen it. It's really cool. I do that one at karaoke if they let me. Sometimes it's a long song and they don't want to let me, but when they let me, they're usually happy they let me because I do a really good version with that. First ones will hit next week. Cool. It usually takes a while for me to get the stuff coming to me, so the last one took a long time. So maybe this one will be faster. That's right. Yeah, medicine plants. Dandelion's another good healer. Good for a lot of things. The name of what? Comfrey? Yes, comfrey is an extremely healing. Comfrey. Comfrey. Now they'll try to tell you that there's a toxicity issue. That is also a lie. Susan Weed sent some off of the kind that everybody uses for medicinal purposes, sends them off to a lab, and no toxicity issue. Okay, so the toxicity thing that they try to tell you, in fact, almost every weed, every herb that is useful in healing and may shake up a big pharma, almost every one of them is described as a noxious weed, and you should get rid of those. Why? You should have those in your yard and get rid of the ornamental shit, if you ask me. Why are we growing all this ornamental crap? I'm sorry, but they have their place, right? They're pretty. But some of these plants are just as pretty. And we should be growing stuff. You should be growing stuff in your yard that actually works. Why do we have people spending money and water in a drought trying to grow a green yard when there's nothing that grazes out there? And they're never going to use it unless they've got their own ball team practicing out there. It's like, why? It's the wrong aesthetic. We need to get used to the looks of plants that are actually useful. Food plants are also beautiful. Healing herbs are also beautiful in their own way. Why can't we just grow them? Why do we have to grow useless stuff that we personally cannot use? Now, a shade tree is a good thing regardless, right? A shade tree is a shade tree, but, some of these things that they insist that cities insist you grow instead of something useful, to me, it's like it should be the other way around. And I really think we need more food forests. Yeah, isn't that funny that when we constantly find out, that people are on the same page, we just never knew it. Learn your land. Good, that's good. You've got a good resource. Okay. Tanya, you need a little backup too, don't you? You're still there? You guys, please pray for Tanya. Get her on your list. We need her on the list. She has had quite a lot happen to her. You know what I'm hearing so much about? Heart murmurs. People having heart murmurs. Since this 5G. And now they've announced that they're putting smart meters in here. Those aren't good either. We've got to get rid, the toxic energy, the toxic technology, that's got to go. How do I put that in that positive? Positive technology. That's what is going to be my intention. Positive technology comes along that just blows away all of the negative stuff. Yeah, we can have plant health people come in here and talk about plants. We could talk plants one day. Farm doesn't get to have all the fun. There's some things you can grow inside, but you know what? The real benefits of something like comfrey is that the roots reach very, very deep into the earth and pull up minerals that most plants cannot pull up because their tap roots don't go that deep. So that's part of the reason comfrey is the powerhouse it is. Comfrey is a real powerhouse. It pulls up minerals and things that other plants just can't reach. And that's why it makes also such a wonderful tea for growing your garden with for fertilizing. I agree, Denali. Epsom salt. I don't get them either. Yeah. There is stuff that happily grows in pots, and I really urge you to give it a shot, because why not? I'm growing some things. Yeah, a lot of things will work indoors. Some things not as good indoors. You know what? That's pretty typical, and that's actually how the Indians were too. It's funny because the Native Americans, it was the women were growing things and the men were hunting and fishing things. That's right, pot grows in pots. And this beautiful purple light that you see on me is actually a plant light. Just so you know. Well, I just had the rosemary, a rosemary bush that they sold me. I just had it turn brown and it had everything it needed. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to have a little talk with these people. What happened to this plant? It shouldn't be dying. Okay. But yeah, we will have a plant night. And this light, you can get these lights, you can get these on Amazon and Wish and whatever. And they are a combination of red and blue, and they end up purple. And I love purple, so that's fine with me. I'm happy. You look great in the pot light. Yeah, this is about, this is actually close to my real skin color in the other world. This is a little closer to my actual skin color. So you're actually seeing a little bit closer. It's a little bit bluer, but maybe I got a sunburn, who knows? Yeah, the rosemary just, I don't know what happened. It wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything wrong to it. Not that I know of. I just watered it when it got dry. Treated it like all the other plants. Maybe there's something about rosemary we need to know. We don't know about growing rosemary, Denali. Maybe rosemary is very picky. Yep, it is I, the purple goddess. Okay, so all of your guides, you see when you come into this circle, all of your guides, all of your information is getting, it's kind of like a clearinghouse. Everything's getting passed around between people and guides. It's like ah, da, 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 da. And it can only make things stronger. It can only make us stronger to have this happen. That's why I always call in all of our entourage as well. We bring our entourage with us. Oh, Rosemary and her baby. I don't want to think about that. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know why the rosemary. I'm having trouble. Why? And it seems like that happened before too when I tried to grow rosemary. I don't understand it. I swear, the neighbors upstairs. Okay, that's something I should have put in the. For some reason, everywhere I move, I have noisy upstairs neighbors. Sounds like they're bowling. Or maybe sumo wrestling. Maybe he holds karate lessons up there. I don't know. But there, I don't know if you can hear it, but it always sounds like, you know, I have somebody who comes over here and they're always thumping and bumping in these huge crashes up there. And she's going, they're not going to come through the ceiling, are they? I said, gee, I sure hope not. No, we're not going to make that. We're not going to give that any energy. But, yeah, for some reason, my neighbors are always, my above stairs neighbors are always noisy. Clogging problem. Yeah, maybe they're up there clogging. But it's always like crash, bam. You know, it's almost like they don't know how to just lay things down. You know, it's just lay it down gently, children. Just lay it down gently. No, bam. Everything is just bam. Oh, you really? Yeah. Oh, geez. Oh, yeah. Sometimes kids will get like that too. They'll be running and jumping, and you'll hear crash, crash. Yeah, we had that too. There was a lady who would have her grandsons. She was always babysitting her grandsons, and it'd be, and then she'd yell at them, and people would be over, and they'd like, "Is this way it always?" Yeah, this way. I just tune it out. Why do you think I like loud rock music? Turn the music up. I can't hear it now. Really loud rats. The neighbor's fencing. Hey, Ken, you missed it all. That's okay. our big deal, we already did. So I don't know where Tanya went. I have a feeling something happened with Tanya. She has been having so many issues that she could have just fallen asleep or something could have happened. Another person with heart arrhythmia. Not good. Not good at all. Well, it's probably not just, lavender. I love lavender. You know what, Tanya? I found it again. I actually have that. Oh, okay. Yes, Tanya, I found that. And Tanya was one of the people singing on that song that you heard me play. Yeah, I have lavender growing inside. Let me see if I can bring that up, Tanya. I know you have been wanting to hear this for like ever, so just hang on. I'm going to see if I can find it. If I disappear, you guys, I'll be back. Okay. Okay, I have to open this album. Let's see, is it track 4? Here we go. I got it. Tanya, this is for you. Cause I'm missing you. You remember? Bring back. I think about you every day now. Okay, Titan. Thanks for coming. Have a wonderful day, night, or whatever it is you're having. And when you finally sleep, dream well. Sad sugar, take it slow. It'll come together. All we need is just a little thing. Sad lover, take the time, for the lights are shining bright. You and I got what it takes to make it. We won't fake it. Oh, we'll never break it. I can't take it. Sit here on the steps, cause I'd rather be alone. Remember how hot it was? I can have you right now, I'll wait. I was just gasping for breath in that place, in that church. They had no fans, no air conditioning. I'm even amazed that I could do this. I have asthma. How did I do this? Sad sugar, take the time, for the lights are shining bright. All we need is just a little patience. Sad lover, take it slow. Lights are shining bright. You and I got what it takes to make it. We won't fake it. Oh, we'll never break it. I can't take it. Yeah, but we all survived it somehow. Boy, those were days, weren't they? Sing it with me, Tanya. Just a little patience. Yeah. Just a little patience. Yeah. Just a little patience. Yeah. Just a little patience. I've been walking the streets of life, just trying to get it right. It's so hard with so many around, and I just don't like being stuck on the ground. Things don't change, maybe the same. I ain't got time on my hands. I need you. Oh, I need you. That need you. I need you. I need you. Oh, 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 we may do that one day. It might take a little bit of planning. You know what, this one? Tanya, if you want to come in and talk to us, all you do is hit the StreamYard link there. It'll bring you backstage and you can talk. Come right in here with me in the studio. Just before it rains, put us all away on me. I put my heart around, turn it down. There's about that sing the blues, yeah, now. When you have a summertime, pulling by his hand and my say, every song that drives. Hey! Hey, so I think that's Jakey coming in. From the Kentucky coal mine to the California sun, I share the secrets of my soul. Through all kinds of weather, everything was done. Time and night I get back from the floor. No one day up this minute, no heart I let him slip away. Looking for that home I hope you find it. And say you're not to know. See you yesterday. Only about his life takes time. Yeah. Well, thank you. That's me. That's me. And the person who helped me get this recorded is here tonight. Boy, a big spider. Okay. Thank you. And we can see part of you. There you go. And if you don't want to be seen, you can also arrange that.
Oh, that's okay. It's been a rough day, and I look it, so I am what I am.
How many times did I sing this to you, Tanya?
No, endless. I've always Oh my. This is the song you were playing in Kent when I met
Good
you.
luck, Nessie, with the spiral.
God,
It's almost over.
I'll never forget the sound of your voice.
Woo! That was it.
Yeah.
Remember those days? Those were the days, huh, Tanya?
Yes, indeed.
You remember how hot that church was? All
Oh,
sweating our guts out
stifling.
and
I
no air
oh
moving at all. And I'm going in order to sing, and I'm like having to gasp. And that's where we decided to record.
yeah, because the acoustics are
Because of
perfect,
the acoustics.
but
I know, it was
the
crazy.
church I played piano there, and they would pay me for one service, 1 hour a week, $75. Couldn't pass it up. But they gave me the keys to the church and it had excellent acoustics. And that's why we did it there. But
Right.
God, was it hot.
But God, it was just about melted us all. Just
Yes.
about melted all the equipment. And so we did a demo there. We did a demo, bunch of demos there, like 8 of them or something.
Yes.
And oh God, though I was just dying by the time it was over because I'm like, because I'm playing, I'm singing, I'm gasping. And it's funny because I have asthma, but I'm a singer. And I sing like that.
And a beautiful one at that.
It's funny. I um I think really the singing helps me stay alive. Maybe if I didn't sing like that, I wouldn't still be here. I don't know. Maybe I'd have all kinds of lung issues, but it really clears your lungs out. So, Olin, if you're taking off, have a good night. And this is just chitty chat and talking and whatever we want to do from here on out. We've done our ceremony. So the ceremony is concluded. And Skull. You can come back in, Tanya. Oops, we lost her.
I dropped
There you
service
are.
for a second. Yeah, sorry, my service dropped.
You a happy Yule and solstice, Olin.
Gosh, the memories.
Yeah.
We
And this
made
is
some really
fun.
good memories and music.
Yeah. We went through a heck of a lot back in those days.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
did.
it was I wish we could have recorded more because we never did get to record anything more. We only got
Well, Darren was always hogging my cord and my keyboard for his band stuff. And I'm like, I have stuff I'd like to do too, and Ocean has stuff. But he was always taking off and going to Ashtabula with the recording equipment, and we only got a few sessions.
right.
And I told him, I said, I broke my back in 3 places. I invested this equipment in our future for a studio. I should have a say when we have a session. But you know how it went back then. We won't go there now.
Right. Well, we do need to have a healing, and Tanya really needs a healing, folks. She's been through so much. Um, Even to the point, do you want to tell them what's happened to you?
If you want to, because I could probably start crying if I do.
Among other things, let's just say um, she's had some very bad relationships and they have worn on her like nobody's business. Uh, a violent spouse um, is only part of it. But if Tanya slurs her words a little, she actually has had to be intubated a few times, had to be on a ventilator a few
I
times.
had a
She's had
stroke.
heart issues. She had a stroke. She, yeah, she had a stroke, and it's not her. I think you've had more than one. How many have you had?
This was my first one, but it was a big one. My dad died on his third stroke. So my first one was a doozy.
Yeah, because I haven't seen you for ages now. I can't really remember. I know you were having some problems, like long ago. You were having some issues, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't
couldn't
know.
move one hand. My right hand was inoperable. And I woke up one day and I knew I'd had a seizure through the night, and my hand was just like that. So I had to wear a brace. But the good thing is, after the stroke, when I woke up, I had full use of that hand, but it's numb. If that makes any sense, I can still use it, but it feels numb.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
That's a good.
I have a, I have some of that from a place where my mother cut me and then laughed her head off. She didn't know.
I
She
remember all that. We would talk on the phone for hours, and when you weren't able to make it to Kent, so we'd talk on the phone, and I remember you trying so hard.
yeah. Um, but we have a whole group now. So you know what? I'm going to get the drum and I'm going to, I'll be right back, folks. It's going to look like maybe an earthquake or something as I move this. I'm going to get the drum. It looks like everybody's finally ready to do the healing now. Because I kept asking, are you ready to do the healing? Okay, now it sounds like they are. Oh! Let me go get the drum. Because I very thoughtfully didn't put it very close to me today. Really? Yeah, we had a bunch of things we wanted to do, but Darren sure decided he was
He took
more
he
important.
took over. Yeah, he
Yeah.
took over, and I told him, I said, I'm the one that got this equipment. I'm not trying to pick, but I I paid for all this stuff. There was a purpose we
And
were
he
at
let
the
you.
studio. I know. I've always been so weak, and plus it had only been a year since I had broken my back in 3 places and lost my job, so
Right.
I was pretty beat down anyway and didn't have the energy to just fight with him all the time.
I know.
But we definitely had scheduled more sessions than what we got. And he even kept the equipment. When I left with a bag, I left my car, I left everything, and I packed a bag, and I came down here, and he came a couple times to try to get me to go back, and I wouldn't. So we
Well,
kept,
we're intending that much better things happen now.
yes,
And like I said, you've decided no more of that for a long time until you find the right one. Because honestly,
I'm not
unless
gonna.
it's the right one, you're just buying yourself misery. It's really hard to tell. Sometimes they act like they're the right one and they're not. You know. So let's do the healing.
Okay,
And as you know, this rhythm is the rhythm that puts you into a trance. This is the shamanic rhythm that puts you into a trance so that you can change things. Yes. We do have a few healers in here, Tanya.
okay,
Denali's a good healer. You know, I do that. Denali's also in here and does that. And then we all can send you energy. Mary also works with that kind of thing. She works with the spirit stuff. That's why this is the Woo ship. We are the crew of Woo. Hey, Richard popped in. We're doing healing. Chest pains. That's so common now. Something going on with these chest pains. I've been hearing that from a lot of people. But they're rolling out more smart meters and 5G. So let's decide that that's the end of that. I'm not having any more of this crap. Too bad I don't have a few more hands, but anyway, here you go. Neck pain. Again, I ask our guides and those that protect us and love us. All our relations, the elementals, the sky beings. Different kingdoms. Fairy folk. All of the good ones, all of the helpful ones. The ascended masters, the angels. All of those different beings that help us here on this earth walk. All of our allies. I ask our allies to be here. It's time to celebrate a new year in a new way. It's coming. And we're going to push it that way, right into the positive. That all the ills of body, mind, and spirit, that all receive healing and comfort and blessing, that all find their way out of the pain, no matter what kind of pain it may be. That all find their way towards wholeness. Hello, Bomber. It's okay. You're in time for the healing. I asked for the healers to come forward in this group, both the seen and unseen ones. I don't know what everyone needs. But the intelligence that flows through all things and is all things, the consciousness that flows through all things and is all things, knows exactly what everyone needs to be whole and balanced and healthy and comfortable. And so I'm asking for that now. Saying, we agree that this is so. That the dark and evil must whatever form that comes in. Whether that comes in the form of a person, a place, a thing, a new kind of medicine, a new guide. We're ready to embrace the new. Okay. My friend Tanya is on the call. She's had some very rough times. We need to send her some love. And we'll send some to you too, Bummer. And some to Pam's husband. And some to who had the neck problems. Somebody said. And Marie. And here comes wonderful. Here comes another one of our healers. Hello, Long Island Bigfoot is here. Marie Bond is another one. Long Island needs some too, okay? Micah is in here. Whatever's causing this heart arrhythmia in people, that be solved for the good of the people. And I'm asking for the good of the people everywhere that this is affecting. Because we agree right now, this should not be. Our environment should be safe and nurturing. Our home should be safe and nurturing. All right. I'm asking for all the dark attachments to be removed. Any and all dark attachments disattached, removed, sent on. I see a lot of wounds that need healing. Once again, don't send your energy, send the universal energy. So I'm sending the universal energy, known as Reiki and the love of God, actually. Reiki is literally translates to the love of God, or the love of the divine, or divine energy. Hey, Pappy. We have a lot of people that need healed, Pappy. You missed the burning bowl, but we have people who need healed. So we're doing a healing. So once again, find your place in the circle and find a comfortable spot to sit. And think about all these people wrapped in a beautiful healing light. In fact, the violet flame is a transmuting flame. It transmutes, transmutation being different than just transformation. Purple is the ray of transformation, and violet is the ray of transmutation. We might need both at this point. Cool. Well, anybody that wants to contribute to this, please contribute. That's right, Pappy. Healing is what we do best. And I'm glad all our healers are here. It looks like most all of our healers are here. And I am now making the call. Please let it flow to all of these people who need our assistance, to our tribe here. They all have issues that they need assistance with. And Tanya, who I've been working with for many years now, but some of us have had quite a lot happen. I'm so glad that I have a whole tribe here now and not just me, because just me trying to handle all this, it was just too much. And I think I was wearing myself out too. There were just too many of my friends and too many issues. Very hard. So now that we're all here, now we really have the ability. Like I said, I've been fasting all day. That's okay. And if I don't see you typing, then I know you're probably sending energy, and that's good too. Okay. So all of the angels, ascended masters, and others who are our kin, who are our tribe, who are our relations, like I said, each individual thing, I don't know what to do about it all, but I know that the Creator knows, the creation energy that flows through everything knows exactly what everyone needs. So I don't have to know. Yes, I really feel it too, because I was having some pain in my back and neck today. So I can feel that fading. That's right. I'm saving mine for the outside. Mm-hmm. The tin can and strings worked? Okay. Wow, it's really powerful, you guys. I can feel this. I can feel this, people. Oh, Tanya. This is Tanya. The person who's with me is Tanya, an old friend of mine who's, remember, Pappy, how you say sometimes spirit has a tendency to ride us hard and put us away wet? Well, that's Tanya. She's been through a lot, including a stroke, having to be ventilated, having a spouse that was violent, family issues. You know, we always seem to pick families that are a challenge. Well,
My
Tanya
children,
really picked a challenging one.
they took my children away because I had a stroke and I had seizures and gave them to our abuser. I, I'm still not, I don't know if I can heal from that. That tore me in two.
Yeah, well, that's also why the heart issues. And for everybody who's suffering like this, I'm asking for a healing. That this needs to end. This cycle needs to end. The cycle of abuse. And it damages so much more than just the people that they abuse. It damages the society, the whole society that we live in is hurting because of this. So whatever these abusers need to become balanced, people, to become balanced and contributing members. I even ask for their healing because they must be ill. They must be terribly ill in order to be doing this kind of thing. So I also ask for their healing. That somehow their heads that have been turned around the wrong way get put on right, and that they stop this cycle. Yeah, Pappy is saying you need to smile more, Tanya. It helps, even though it's hard sometimes to find a reason. But you know now you have us, so you're not alone anymore. You're not all by yourself ever again. We'll be here. And if I'm not here, somebody else will. Yes. Yes, Micah, it will end. Linda, you should mention that stuff. You know we are here for that. It isn't worrying us. This is what we're here to do, Linda. This is what we're here to do. And I am honored to be able to do this. I'm honored to be able to make this place, this space for you healers to be able to do the healing, for the people who need healing to be able to find the healing. I'm honored. It makes my day. Please come here and seek healing when you need it, and let us know. Linda, never keep that from us again, please. We want to help you right away. That's right. Reiki is the gift that keeps giving. It flows through. It even helps the person who is giving the Reiki. It is not hurting anybody, okay? You're not taking away anything from anybody. If we're sending you Reiki, we are also getting the benefit of it. So don't worry about it. I don't want to hear any more of this bit about bothering anybody. You're not bothering us. Please realize there are people standing here waiting to live their purpose. And this is part of our purpose. You know, it's very gratifying to live your purpose. It's very gratifying to be able to do what you know you're here to do. You're not taking anything away from anybody. For me to be able to do this is wonderful. I love this. I love being with you. I love doing these streams. I love what it's grown into. I love what this has turned into. It's turned into one of the most wonderful gifts. Like I said a long time ago, this is much more than I'd ever hoped for on my stream. It's much better, Micah. It's much better. I can feel you're doing some more, aren't you? Yes. The thyroid, the back, the swelling, it's all getting better. I'm finding some remedies that help too. I'm managing to find the right remedies that help that along too. That helps. Yes. It's like as long as I can do this, I'll be doing it. And now that my energy is back and I'm not, I am getting my energy back. Normally, I wouldn't be able to. When I realized that I had just gone through a Thursday and a Saturday, that I had gone through, no, not a Thursday, a Saturday. I'd gone through a Saturday and I still felt fine. Whoops, whatever you're doing, Tanya, that's really loud.
So sorry, I was just moving things off to the side.
Okay,
Sorry.
love.
Is
Okay.
there a way to mute this? So it
What?
doesn't do.
Yeah,
Is there a way?
there's a little microphone there, and you can also put a picture up instead of yourself if you ever want to. I mean, if you ever don't want, you're not dressed or something, you don't want to come in, you can put a picture of yourself up. So it lets you do that too. So you can mute yourself. So that's it's all up to you what you want to do. And a pain on the right side of your stomach for a few months. Okay, Bomber, you come in here all the time. Why do you keep these things from us? Oh, come on. Hey, Etri, hi. How you doing, love? We need to send Bomber healing too. Everybody's got to get some. Okay, let me get some more going here. I've been working the controls here. And then I want you to feel happy because this is a very happy season. And I want you to know that it's coming your way. This healing is coming your way. Like I said, I'm very thankful I don't have to do everything anymore. It's just great. Because really, I know it's simple. It seems very simple to run StreamYard, but I'm like I said, I'm walking and chewing gum, and it's difficult for me to keep my eyes on everything. I don't know how some people do it, but I'll get better at it. But and then also paying attention to the energy in the chat, and also paying attention to putting the healing out there and other stuff. It's just, and it's challenging, but it's wonderful. Oh, is Mike in here? Oh yeah, that's MCAT is one of the mics, isn't he? That's right. That's right, Pappy. Right. We'll talk about Reiki one day too. I'm going to be making some too, Denali, only I'm going to use rosewood. I have some rosewood I'm going to use for that purpose. I agree, everyone probably does need more water. I haven't had water or food all day. I've been fasting. And I won't eat until this is over, so I will finally make myself something to eat once this is over. As I wanted this to be as powerful as it could be. Oops. Oh, you mean you lost your stream and everything? Mm. Oh, that's neat, Long Island. And the connection to Sasquatch. See, I would love you to come in and talk about that some point, because I know nothing about the connection between Reiki and Sasquatch. Absolutely nothing. I see. Hey, Todd, it's good to see you in. I have been concerned about you. I haven't seen you much. You missed the Burning Bowl ceremony, but you can always replay it and join us that way. Right now, we're doing healings. I saw some of your pictures on your site, Todd. Very interesting. And yes, spirits do look like a puff of smoke or something. Often. Well, we're working on that, Todd. We're working on everyone being well. Group hugs again for everybody. Glad to see you. Haven't seen you in a while, Todd. Was a little worried about you. Just hoping everything's going okay over there. I don't think. Oh, it's on life support. Wow, here's another one. Well, I guess we needed to do a healing ceremony tonight, didn't we, folks? Happy grand alignment, absolutely. Okay. Take your time. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can find a healing background to put up here.
File. Now I prefer.
We'll see if I can find my channel. Playlists. And you guys can do this too. You can go to playlists and I would suggest everybody, Dr. Virtual doesn't even know me, but Dr. Virtual 7. I'm not sure what one this is, but we'll find out. Okay, hang on. Let me find one that looks like it's going to be. Okay. No, wait, I can't do that one. Darn. No. I'm going to do Dark Archetype Erasure. It's one of his more genius ones. And I don't have his permission yet, but I am just going to do this by thought of just, and I'm going to turn it down. You won't be able to hear it, but it'll still be working. I am going to see if I can get permission to play his stuff on this channel, because he's a genius. So that really is what we need to do. Our Dark Archetype, I feel that is part of it. Part of the problem. Meanwhile, there is another one by Meditative Mind that is 417 hertz, solfeggio sleep music. So I hope I don't lose anybody to sleep with this. But it is 9 hours of wiping out negative energy. 417 is wiping out negative energy. This is sound therapy. You can find these. You can find these channels that do this. Okay, so the sleep music is kind of making people sleepy. I'm sorry. Maybe I need to find something a little bit more upbeat then. But I really recommend this. It's a good. Okay, we'll try this one instead. It's not a sleep one. Okay. Even if you can't really hear it that well, your subconscious can. See, we know that for a fact. People use subconscious stuff against us all the time. She's in group chat, and oh, she's in. Back again. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I clicked something. Well, at least you had a pretty picture. By the way, let me see if I can change the picture. Okay. So are you telling me that Tanya's in MeWe chat? Yes. Plenty of info on winter solstice. We covered it. Pretty much, winter solstice is when the day and the night are switching places, so to speak. I mean, it is the longest night and the shortest day of the year. The great thing about it is, after winter solstice, we know that the next thing to come is longer days. So it's a time for celebration because we know the days will get longer from here on out. We already did our ceremonies, our burning bowl ceremonies, and we have been doing healings because many of our number needed healing. Let me pull this up. It's a little chilly here. I don't turn the heat up to save energy, so I just put on more clothing, which is why I look more Tartarian. Because it's all so glittery while I'm at it, right? So this is my phone holder, so I don't have to have too many more hands. Well, we're doing that right now, Todd. That's what we're doing. Yeah, Tanya, if you can hear us, I'm going to open up my MeWe chat if that's what you're talking about. I'll open up MeWe chat and get in there. She's got a lot, folks, she's dealing with. I mean, I'm not going to tell things that she won't tell, though. But even this moment, she's got issues going on where she's living. It's not very nice. The place she's living is not nice. And it's not safe. And I have been very concerned. But this is part of our mission here. If we have a mission, that's definitely part of it. Well, also the thing that happens on the solstice is we have the phenomena of the cross, the sun laying low on the horizon, or in some parts of the world is even below the horizon for 3 days, and on the 4th day it starts to rise again and climb into the sky again. So, and this was considered a very auspicious time. Yeah, Okay, Bomber, look, you're not going to end up, it's not going to end up the way you think. We're here, and you're going to go to the doctor. They're going to find out what's wrong. You're going to get the proper help, and you're going to have us with you, okay? So it's not going to happen like you think. Yeah, number 3 is pretty important. As a matter of fact, multiples of 3 too are also, that's okay. Let me see what's going on in here, if I can figure out what's going on. No, oh, you can't get back in. No, that's okay. Okay, her brother, can I talk about your brother, Tanya? Her brother is a meth addict and unfortunately is in the home, back home, has come back home after being in prison and has started up again. And the mother is not stopping him because she's afraid of him. He's violent. We need for those people to get right-headed again. Start being human again. Unfortunately, drug abuse often makes people into something they're not. Oh, the link is gone. Here. I can fix that. And anybody else who wants to come in, I've got space for 10 people. Because I'm... Okay. So her home is not safe. Bomber, sometimes you do need a doctor, at least to tell you what it is. Then we can visualize and start working on it. Don't worry, Tanya, we are not going to leave you out. Trying to find how this goes. Okay, so four, 4, angel numbers. Look up the angel numbers. They'll tell you. I mean, that's part of the reason he terrorized the family. It's part of the reason she's in such bad shape right now. This has got to stop. And to everybody who's looking for an answer with drugs, I'm sending they're human beings. And I'm sending them help to get off of it. I'm sending them help to realize who they are.
Do you ever think that some of them lose their soul after so long that they just get to the point of no return and they've lost their soul?
maybe buried it. Maybe it's been taken over.
Well,
But
that is definitely. But I just wondered if
they get to
after
the
so
point where
long,
they're just gone.
yeah,
I don't know.
past
Sometimes
the
I
transient.
wonder. I wonder about that. I I have wondered about that too. I don't know. Um, thing is, you are a huge, huge, eternal spirit using a body. You are not a body. You are not your avatar. But we sure need these avatars while we're here. We need to keep them working. Can you read Pappy's Tanya? Can you read? I'm going to put this up. I think your soul is still here. You wouldn't. First of all, it's your spirit, okay? Your soul is actually your body, but we'll go into that some other time.
Thank
Your
you,
spirit
Pappy.
is huge, okay? And it's eternal. And you are just needing a body to access this realm right now. But you do need to keep that body up as it is right now. I know that's really hard the way medicine is right now. We should be all in perfect health. And that's one of the things I'm asking to come in. I'm intending to come in. We get access to the real medicine, that really does heal. Help everybody. You messed up what, Long Island? Ah, that's okay. Micah, you are not a machine. You're not a machine. You wouldn't be able to do this if you were just a machine. Yeah, depression and drug abuse can really drain things. Uh, there's so many ways to get distracted and lose yourself. That's okay. Well, Marie, we're sending healers to everybody. We're sending healing to everybody. I'm going to try to concentrate too, although I'm running the show. So it's a little harder for me to concentrate and run the show. But yeah, you are not a machine. Yeah. You are you have a deep spirit. You have an old spirit. I'm not going to use the term soul anymore. It isn't correct. Your spirit is strong. You're not a machine. We're not machines. We're people. Yeah. Chords. Okay, I'll translate a little bit here. Connections between you and somebody or something else. And that can drain you and affect you.
What does that mean? A lot. Does it translate?
Yeah, I just said that. You are connected with, it means you're connected with something or somebody. And if it's a negative connection, see, you should be dropping all the connections you had every night. You should be dropping the cords. When you make a connection with somebody, you make a cord. But you're not meant to be hooked up that way all the time. And so, like I know a speaker who would always come in and he would say, okay, I'm going to be speaking on this subject, and so that you can understand it the way I understand it, you can all connect in on me. And then afterwards he would say, okay, now I'm going to drop all your cords, all the ways that you connect to see the connections. He'd say, now I'm going to drop all your cords. You can have them back now because this is over now. See, you connect to people, you have a tendency to drag them around with you, their energy, or places, or things, or other things. There's also, like I said, there's soul retrieval. There's so much soul retrieval work to be done here. And I would be busy for a while trying to do all the soul retrievals. I may need some help with that, you guys. Like somebody to drum besides myself. We can make ourselves better. Yeah, you have to sometimes drop some of these connections. Drop them. You can pick them up again if you need to. Right. And everywhere that you pull them out for a while, you probably should be slapping some healing on those areas where they were connected, especially if you were connected in a bad way to something. You know what, that too, Etri. Once I got out of the place I used to live, everything changed. It was hard to do.
Sorry.
What in the heck?
I had another device that was doing their replay and it unmuted.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to mute yourself for a while, Tanya, at any point, there's a microphone there that will mute whatever's happening.
Okay.
And then you can unmute it too.
Okay.
You can mute and unmute yourself. Okay. Well, as we get rid of these cords, we're going to have to install something that goes there so that nothing else gets in there. See, this is something that I was taught by somebody, by Paul, actually, who taught me quite a bit of this, is when you take something out of somebody, to put some healing energy back in so that there's not a void. Because anytime there's a void area, something wants to get in there. So you put something healing there, some healing light in there to guard it against, and then a sort of a patch over the area to make sure that something doesn't get in there that, again, that the person, that would be bad for the person. So Yeah, and you need to get yourself out of a bad situation. You need to find your way out of into a much better situation. Okay, and I do want to say, oop, here comes Tanya. You're coming in a second time. What happened?
My Wi-Fi signal just keeps
Hang on.
me hit the link again and I enter again. So I just have it on data now.
Okay.
Because whatever, I've lost you like 5 different times just because of my Wi-Fi. My location isn't very good either.
Well, there might be some things trying to stop it, but it won't. We won't stop. We won't stop. So anything thinking that you're going to discourage us from getting these things done, you're absolutely wrong. You might as well give up now, because we won't stop. We're not going to give up. No. This is ours to do. We have the ability to do it. This is where we've made to do it. We're doing it. Oh, you have also given a lot, Long Island. Thank you so much. Ah, that's good. Yeah. Maybe you need to have a talk, and I think, Tanya, that
Yes.
when we get these chords, I feel you lightening up. Do you feel lightening up a little bit? You don't look as bad, but there's a lot more to do. Okay. So we're going to work on Bomber later, or maybe Bomber, that's up to you if you don't want everybody in on it. That's totally up to you. So let's work on Tanya a little bit. Let's work on everybody a little bit. That's right. You don't. The reason I would give not to ever suicide, you came here for a reason. If you don't fulfill that reason, you're probably going to end up coming right. You're going to kick yourself. When you get back, when you get home, you're going to kick yourself because you didn't finish what you came here to do, and now you've got to do it again if you want that to be handled. So you might as well just go through it, no matter what it looks like. You might as well just go through it and be done with it and get it over with. Because I have actually talked to people who have suicided and been sorry they did it. They lost their chance. Then in order to fix it, you have to find yourself another similar circumstance. And why do that? Get it out of the way in the first place and then move on. And I think really every time I see somebody move on from their situation, actually move sometimes. Some people literally have to move in order for it to get better. And it's not easy to do that. Moving is hard. Yes, it can be very difficult, Mr. Micah. It can be. But at least, once again, you're not alone anymore. You're not alone anymore. We're here. And we're going to be here. As long as I can do this, I'm going to be here. And I'll be here as often as I can. If I can be here every night, I'll be here every night, or most every night, until we get it all sewed up. Yes, you don't give up. Giving up on yourself, you will regret. You will regret it. It's not because some angry God is going to send you to hell and punish you. It's because you did not accomplish what you came to accomplish. And all that trouble and all that effort, and you didn't accomplish it. You know, Marie, I understand. I really understand. I have learned how to handle this. It takes some, yeah, you gotta, it's hard to do. Like I said, when I talk about walking, chewing gum, man, I've had to learn how to do a lot of things simultaneously to be able to have this stream on and to have all of these things going at once. But it's okay. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to stretch myself that way because it's necessary. But it's not for everybody. And I don't expect, and I had a hard time at first too. You know, there's been times when I have been absolutely flattened trying to do this. So, Marie, I totally understand. It takes quite a bit to do this. But I'm getting better at it. And the energy is getting better. And I want to thank everybody for that, and especially Micah. Because, yes, Micah, you're right. Never give up and never surrender. Never surrender. We are the champions, my friend. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losing, 'cause we are the champions of the world. I think Freddie Mercury just came in. Wow, Chris, that's wonderful. Did you come up with that or somebody else? I'm going to have to start putting links to some of this stuff. I'm going to look up something and see if I can find it. Okay, let's try this. Yep, it's got it. We've got it. I found it. All right, you're gonna get it. We're gonna sing. We are the champions. You can sing with me. I paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of sand kicked in my face, but I've come through. On and on and on and on. We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losing, 'cause we are the champions of the world. I've taken my bows, oops, and my curtain call. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all. But it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race. I ain't gonna lose. On and on and on and on. We are the champions, my friends. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world, the champions, my friends. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions. How about them apples? Everybody hug. Ah. I had a very interesting dream. Very interesting. I will tell you the dream if you want me to. Do you want me to tell you about this weird dream? Maybe you guys will understand that. I might do. What the heck? I'll see if I can find Tanya. You're on the stream again. Now I have to.
I'm sorry. Just keep.
Tanya, you know what? Can you Can, whoa. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to um uh yikes. I am having too much trouble with Tanya coming in. So if you see her come in, will somebody please tell her that I can't have her back in again because there's too many of her. We've got like multiples of Tanya's that I'm getting too confused and working the controls here. It's really hard. So if I miss it and she comes back in wondering what's going on, please let her know that she's welcome in chat, but I can't let her back in right now. Hey, Drake. Because there's just too many Tanyas. Sometimes we have gremlins, and probably the gremlins are going to fight because we are doing carry let's see. Okay. I'm going to do it. Oh, let the sun beat down upon my face, stars to fill my dreams. I am a traveler of both time and space, to be where I have been. I sit with elders of a gentle race this world has seldom seen. They talk of days for which they sit and wait, when all will be revealed. I may trance out to this. Talking song from tongues of lilting grace, sounds caress my ear. Though not a word I heard could I relate, the story was quite clear. Whoa. Ooh, baby. Oh, baby, I've been flying. And oh, yeah, ain't no denying. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, I'm crying. Oh, yes, I'm crying. Mama, 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 ain't no denying. Sure. When I'm on my way, oh, all I see turns to brown. You distracted me. As the sun burns the ground, and my eyes fill with sand. Anybody singing with me? As I scan this wasted land, trying to find where I've been. Oh, pilot of the storm, who leaves no trace, like thoughts inside a dream. You've the map that led me to that place, yellow desert stream. A Shangri-La beneath the summer moon, I will return again. And as the dust it blows so hot in June, moving through Kashmir. This is a very deep song, folks. And I go along with this. Actually, this is a very appropriate song. Oh, Father of the four winds, fill my sails across the sea of years, with no provision but an open face along the straits of fear. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Wow, I had forgotten that this is actually appropriate. Oh. When I'm on my way, when I see the way you stay, ooh, yeah, yeah, ooh, yeah, yeah. Wow, this is amazing. Ooh, yeah, yeah, ooh, yeah, and I'm down. Amazing. Ooh, yeah, yeah, ooh, yeah, yeah, when I'm down. I'm getting a little off track, but ooh, yeah, yeah, ooh, yeah, yeah, when I'm down, so down. Oh, my baby, ooh, my baby, let me take you there. Ooh, Here we go. Classic rock. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, baby, let me take you there. Let me take you there. Wow. That was amazing. I'm like, yeah. Amazing. Hang on, love. I'll play it. I'll play it. Okay. Let's see what you guys have been doing while I did that. Well, gently and carry a big stick to kill the spiders with. I keep getting distracted in that one. Usually I'm pretty good at that, but I was distracted a lot. So, hey, so let's find out where we are. Yes, now that is basically this right here. That's soul retrieval. Okay, let me see if I can't pick that back up. Doggone. I can't pick the link up from here. Let me see if I can get into my own. Maybe I can get into my own channel, watch myself, and pick up the link from there, from live chat. This is going to be tricky, though. So bear with me. I'm doing a bunch of stuff I really don't know how to do. Hang on. I don't know why this isn't going away. Okay, I found it live. And if I go and find me live, there. Okay, this is me live. Now maybe I can find that link in here and click it in here. Mama D, will you play this? It's Todd. Okay, first one coming on. Now let me figure out how to do this because this is kind of complicated. I think I need to share screen. Yes, okay. It says Luke Kelly, Todd Sears. Okay, here you go. By your request.
From Dublin streets and roads, all down the years, came brave musicians and balladeers. There was a special, a red-haired minstrel boy, and when he passed away, the city poured its favorite song. All round the markets and down the quays, the sad news spread to the liberties. A minstrel boy is gone.
Gee, Todd, I hope I have your permission to play this.
And somehow we know.
Okay, Linda, I didn't see you leave, but I understand.
He liked to laugh and sing. He loved to jump, and his songs rang out in many city bars. As I walked by the old canal, there were chiefs to live. Down Rag and Roll I sat, as he so much had left to give.
I hope you're not going to give me a hard time about this, Todd.
And down the quays, The
Hello.
sad news spread to the liberties. A minstrel boy.
Well, I will turn this off right now if it's bothering you, Todd.
And somehow we know
Okay.
we'll never see your light again. Now the show is over. A curtain's down, a flame no longer
Okay.
in Dublin town. And while the heroes beat the hate.
Oh, it's kind of cool. We have a musical crew here, huh?
For all your song
This is cool.
and all your cares, all round the markets and down the quays, the sad news spread to the liberties. A minstrel boy is gone, he'll sing no more, and somehow we know we'll never see your light again. All around the markets and down the quays, the sad news spread to the liberties. A minstrel boy is gone, he'll sing no more, and somehow we know we'll never see your light again.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Wow. We have some talent. Woo Ship got talent. I knew you had talent. I knew you did.
Welcome. You're joining me here for a very special experience. Luke
Whoops.
Kelly was for 20 years.
Oops. I went on to something else. Okay, I forgot. Let's see, we're down to 10 people. See how we're doing. The spoon lady. You know what? I'm going to have, I'm going to have him come on and sing sometime. What's Spoon Lady Got Talent? What's that? Okay. I've got to make things happy again here. We've got to get some happy stuff. Okay, though. I was a little sad. Find one that's really happy, okay? I'm sure you do one that's happy. Either that or I'm going to bring up who plays the spoon? Okay, Cheery. Okay. Hang on, let me find it. Hang on. I'm going back here. I got to go back to me. Hang on. Okay, and find you. And come on. Come on. Come on, settle down. Settle down, you. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Okay, now it might be working. Let's find out. Okay, we got it. Yes. Yes. We've got to get happy now. Remember, we're bringing in things. Old Lang Syne is fine, but now we're bringing in things. Yeah, don't make me put on another karaoke. Okay, Pappy, get ready to go on right after Todd here. You know, I like almost anything with drums. Really. I'm so pagan that way. I want stuff with drums. Yeah, we're going to have a musical night. All right? Yeah, we're going to have a musical night. That's what we're going to do. Because honestly, I think we all like music, and we need to do that. We need to have music in here. It's good for us. Right. I'll be right with you, dear. There. Yeah, we're going to have more music. Definitely. I want to hear. How many times have I said, do any of you out there do music? How many times have I said, come on in here? I have. I said, hey, music, we like it. Come on in and do your poetry. I like to hear it. Yeah, I'd say go to Todd's channel and go to Todd's channel and see it there. Okay. Really, did it not come out right? Yeah, it might be that when I play a file, well, the other one came out okay though, didn't it? Wasn't the other one? The other one sounded okay as far as I could tell. Maybe. And Pappy, you're live.
Can you hear me okay?
Isn't it good to know that you're live, Pappy? Yes. I can hear you fine. Everybody else?
Well, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. How you doing, everyone? Glad to be here. Well, as I mentioned before, you were talking about adding a little levity, and it's always a good idea to bring that kind of energy into any type of healing that you do, even though the healing may be
Very serious. Yes.
very serious. You know, so you got to be able to bring that in there because that's a lighter energy that carries a lot of just wonderful, wonderful
We need to do that, yeah.
energy with it.
Right.
So in that, if you don't mind, I would like to have the opportunity to read this little poem that I've written, and it's based loosely upon the experiences of my brother at his cabin up near Canada.
All right.
And I named this Santa's Big Feet.
Uh-oh. I can kind of smell this one coming. It's going to be a Bigfoot. It's going to be a big Bigfoot. Okay. I'm ready.
Good night, wife.
I'm comfortable now. I'm going to get comfortable and settled in so I can listen. Hang on. Woo! Hey, where'd he go? Yeah, the audio's fine now. I don't know what happened. Okay. Sometimes things get lost when there's too many channels to go through, too many things to go through. Santa Squatch. Oh yeah, that's right. He did say it was Santa Squatch. Oh, cool. Okay, sorry, Pappy. You're back on live.
Okay, I don't see myself. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, my wife walked by. She has a way to suck all the energy out of the room. She just got an electrifying personality. Well, anyways, as I said, this is called Santa's Big Feet. Now, I'm going to set the stage. My brother lives in an off-grid cabin right on the outskirts of the Adirondack State Park in northern New York.
Good night, Micah, by the way. Good night, Micah, and thank you for everything. I do want to thank everybody who's leaving, who has to leave. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for everything. Okay, roll, Pappy.
Oh, I'm sorry if I'm chasing everyone away.
No, you're not. Some people have to sleep. It's late here. Go. I'm so sorry I interrupted you, though.
No, that's fine. So I'm just giving a little background on where my inspiration came from my brother. He has the big guys around his cabin frequently up there ever since he's moved into there, and it's just part of his life. So as I mentioned, he lives off grid, and so this just so much reminded me of him because I can actually see this happening to him. It was the day before Christmas, not long ago, at my cabin down by the creek. I was pondering the snow and how much would fall because the weather report was bleak. Well, I knew my friends that lived in the woods would be struggling to find their next meal. So I packed up a bag of snacks for them all to let them know that I'm keeping it real. Although I've never seen them, I know that they are there, hiding and watching what I do. And they know I like to share. Apples, nuts, and a few donuts too. I laid them all in a row under the tree at the usual spot that offered protection from the snow. I returned to the cabin and relit the stove, feeling good about what I've done. I went for my phone to check the weather when I discovered my phone was gone. Somewhere out there, it had slipped away from the clip I carried it on, lost in the snow between here and there, and I figured that phone is gone. Round about the middle of the night came a squeak from the side porch door. Something had come a poking around like I've heard many nights before. I flipped on the light while peeking outside, hoping to see the cause. Nothing but snow, big fluffy flakes. I thought, must be Santa Claus. Well, I opened the door to look on the porch, and there lay the phone on the floor. It was wet with snow, no puddle yet, newly placed on the mat on the floor. Beside it, so plain, an incredible sight. I couldn't believe my eyes. A wet footprint, so big and so long, it was an incredible size. Who would have known that the stories were true? They make their presence known to those who are aware and show respect when we venture into their home. Maybe, sometime, when things are just right, we'll get the chance to meet. Until that happens, I'll be satisfied knowing my Santa has big feet.
Yay! You know,
I
that's
usually write a poem once or twice a year when I get inspired. So that one happened to come up, and I says, that sounds like my brother, because he would definitely lose his phone in the snow and be without communication.
well, you know, this actually happened. I put a video. I think I put a video in MeWe where it wasn't a Bigfoot, but it was something like a killer whale that they were looking at beside the boat. But it was friendly. It was friendly. So the guy is trying to record it with his phone, and then he drops his phone in the drink. And he's like, you know, and so him and I guess his friends were all trying to record this, but he drops his phone in and he's thinking, oh no, my phone is gone, right? There goes my phone. Guess what? The whale comes and pushes it right up, flops it right back up on the boat.
I firmly believe they can read our thoughts and certainly read our emotions, and they didn't like the swear words coming into the ocean.
Yeah, he's just like, oh no, that's my phone. You know, it just, oh, here you go. Oh, it's a beluga whale. Yeah, it's a beluga whale.
They're super smart.
Yeah.
They're playful too.
Very smart and playful. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it put it right back up there. I'm there like, you're so lucky, fella. Yeah, they'll
Well,
do.
you know, I wanted to come on here and just also to interject to not only yourself but also to the other people in the chat, how much and how powerful the energy was that you were circulating in your circle tonight, and it was just going upwards. To me, it was like the sparks rising from the campfire and swirling up and going out, and it was just a wonderful thing. And one of the things that I noticed of that is that it brought some of the darker stuff and floated it in towards the campfire so it could be burned up again. Okay, and so yeah, these things that you're doing, and these things that we are doing when we come together here, this is the new math, and the new math basically states that.
Whoops. Uh-oh, we lost him. That's okay. Hopefully he'll be back in a minute. which means I got to get back in and back up here to let him in. Hang on. Okay, there you're live again.
Well, that's spirit telling me I've been on here long enough. But
No,
anyways,
I want to hear what you have to say. We want to hear what you have to say. We've been having
well,
stuff
I just
on.
want you to know that the new math, I follow it. You know, one is a very, very powerful number. But when you get everybody together in this circle with a purpose, with intent, within sacred space, all of those ones add up to another new one. Okay, and that makes us one with all of connections and all of creation. Okay, and so yes, those cords are attached to each of us when we're within the circle, and we don't lose those attachments once the circle is open. Okay, we're connected. We're on the spider web. That's spider medicine as far as I'm concerned. But I just wanted to comment to you on that. I've attended numerous ceremonies over my years, and you can see the ones that work and you can feel the ones that work. And there's a difference between the two. Okay. Those that you can see work and also feel work at the same time are the ones that are accomplishing both ends of that circle. They're connecting that link. And you've got a lot of links within your circle here. Each of the links within this circle, you have your own power. Okay, but when you come together, what a chain you're making. And you're making a difference in the world. Maybe 5 people, maybe 10 people, maybe 14 people, maybe 3 people. The difference is still there. That's how important we are to Creator, one at a time, added together. Thank you, Dee. I'm going to sign off here and hop back on the YouTube. Want
Thank
you all
you.
have a great night.
Pappy.
Many blessings.
Thank you. That was beautiful, Pappy. I love
Okay,
it.
see y'all.
See you. Ah, yes, that was lovely. Tanya had a dream, which is why she felt she had to contact me. And I wanted to tell you about it. I wanted her to tell you about it, but she wasn't feeling up to it, I guess. Poor Tanya was just not feeling up to much tonight. But I really appreciate that you were all kind to her and all took her in and made her feel better, because she's, I know what the kid's been through. Huh? It's just, she's been through a lot. And not to say that you guys haven't either. I mean, I have, we all have. But she didn't have anybody to go to. So now she does. So I'm happy about that. But I'm going to tell you what dream made her seek me out. She couldn't find me. Her phones had been, speaking of lost phones, she had somebody hacking into her phones. That was the last guy she was with, I guess, was hacking into her phone. And all kinds of stuff like that. So, but she finally found me again. And she said, because now, what does this sound like? She says, because somehow there were 5 of us. There were you and me and 3 other people. And we were all looking at the same thing, but we were in different places. She said, I had trouble figuring this out. We were in different places, but we were all looking at the same thing in the sky together. And you had the answer as to what it was. So I knew I had to get in touch with you, because you have the answer to what it is. And I'm like, she says, but I don't understand the part about how we're all in different places. And that, she says, it was really weird. I said, you know what it sounds like? Tell me if this sounds like it to you. Sounds like a remote viewing session. Because we're all in different places, but we're seeing something. And then I have the answer to what it is. And she felt it was important. So I really think she is meant to be taking remote viewing in here with us. You know, Chris, I didn't know my grandparents any but one. I only knew my grandmother on my mother's side, and that's the only one that I ever knew. So, yeah, remote viewing. Doesn't it sound exactly like we were remote viewing? And so somehow that's what, and then that's what drove her to basically pull out all the stops and rummage through everything and find me again. Pulled out all of her old stuff to try and find some way to find me, and then remembered I had a channel on YouTube and contacted me that way. So it's a good thing I have this going on. But so then I had a dream today. Interesting, and it may have been sparked by her dream, but I had a dream that I was seeing something in the sky that looked like, that everybody was seeing something in the sky that looked like ships, looked like orbs, looked like many going from left to right. Every now and then one would go by, and it was an orb-shaped ship. And so I was trying to get a picture of it with my cell phone, of course. I'm trying to dig out my cell phone in time, hoping another one comes by, but they keep coming and they keep coming and they keep coming. And I see that there are people on these. There are people somehow behind these. So I think that's to say, yeah, these are people in there. And then I saw, but some of them were not flying straight across. Some of them, it was like a balloon that popped, they crashed. So more than one of them crashed. And I was trying to get a shot of it with my phone cam. So if anybody can tell me about that, if anybody has some thoughts on that, please let me know. Yeah, you'd be a great grandpa, Pappy. Yeah, I think he's the grandfather of our tribe. How about that? We'll just adopt him as the grandfather of our tribe here. Because I already did that anyway. Okay. Boy, it's so hard for me. I'm looking at, we're almost up on 4 hours now. And we've actually done quite a bit. A hot air balloon crashing in Africa above the Masai Mara. Weird. Yep. We'll just adopt him as our tribal grandpa. So, every tribe needs a grandpa. A hot air balloon crashing in Africa above the Masai Mara. Interesting, Todd. I was trying to figure out, and I was trying to get other people to see it too. It's like, hey, look at this. There would be many people today watching the skies because of the conjunction. I know that. So we're coming up on nearly 4 hours, and I think at 4 hours, I am going to call it quits for the night, because that will make it 12:30 here, and I haven't eaten all day. So, like I said, I was fasting since it's been over 24 hours now. So I'm happy to hear, Pappy, the confirmation that yes, our energy was high tonight. It's not just me. I'm mostly holding space. I'm adding some, but I'm mostly holding space for it to happen, because I'm running the stream. And I'm so glad I have the rest of you, because trying to do all this and run the stream, for me, this is a lot, okay? This is a lot of effort. And it's just because of me, first of all, I'm not necessarily that great at the tech. And second of all, I have trouble splitting my attention. But like I said, I learned to sing and play the guitar. So if I can do that, I can do this. Yeah, I think so. As a matter of fact, the beard is cut so straight and everything. You almost look like a cartoon character, Pappy. I could easily make a Pappy cartoon character with the glasses and the hat and the beard. It would be okay. I know it's late now. Okay. Well, we all need healing. So don't worry. I'll keep having the healing circles. We'll all get better. We'll all get better. Okay, Todd, you're welcome to do that. And yeah, it's here. He's got grandpa energy. Yep, I've got some things I have to do tomorrow too. I thank you for coming to the ceremony. I thank you for celebrating with us. And I thank you for coming in here and being your wonderful selves and sharing your wonderful abilities with the whole tribe. And I feel very blessed and grateful that I can bring this together. I'm very honored by it all. So I love you. And the truth is where you find it. I hope you're finding some here. If anybody has any skills that can help me get this channel really functional, please get in touch with me. Those of you who are helping me get really functional, thanks. I think too many of us put in a lot of hours and don't always look out for ourselves well enough. But we feel like it's important. So it is important. Apparently, it's very important. Me too. Totally respect and love you all. And Peppy's right. You put it all together, it's very powerful. It's very powerful. Those connections, you don't have to. It's not that the connections leave. It's like when we say, may the circle be open but unbroken. The sacred hoop, the coming together of the sacred hoop. We'll talk about that sometime. Well, the sacred hoop was never broken. The coming together of the sacred hoop is this that we do here. This is part of it. And for those who are about to sleep, May you have wonderful and insightful dreams. I'll see you again soon. I may be able to come in tomorrow. I don't know. With my new ability to stay awake, I may be able to come in tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Okay. You take care. I love you all. Big hugs. And I now dismiss everyone. Thank them for their participation and all the help. And may the circle be open but unbroken. This is Ocean making waves. Now go make some of your own. And when you finally do sleep, have wonderful dreams. I want to hear some of these dreams. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.